We are live, and I am back with Charlie Falco. Charlie, thank you so much for joining me.
That's all right, Katie. Thank you for having me. Yeah, literally just saying it's like you're the only person you want to see after a fight because it means you've won. And leading up to it, it's great to always have a chat with you.
And we've got to talk about this one because it's so exciting. Any title fight is obviously mega exciting anyway, but this is such a great matchup. Like, props to Jack. I say it all the time, but
Yeah,
he will search the globe looking for the best matchups for everyone. But for you, fighting at strawweight, they're pretty thin on the ground, aren't they?
yeah. Honestly sometimes I don't know how he does it. Um, like there, there's so many obstacles obviously running the show anyway, but none of us know about that he probably has to deal with. But
Yeah,
then the matches as well that he pulls out are sometimes they're just fucking ridiculous.
yeah.
Um, and I don't understand how the show doesn't get the prop sometimes. Maybe that it deserves for that. Like already was it like 4 matches announced, like 2 of them international opponents and stuff as
Yeah.
well. 2 maybe 3. No, yeah, 2 of them are. Um, and then like there'll be a whole Norwegian section on there as well, and then you can pretty much guarantee they'll be flying in at least 10 other people from everywhere, which I don't know how that doesn't. I don't know how people don't sort of give that the props for it. The matches it
I
pulls.
do think it's recognised as like one of the best amateur shows. Obviously, yours is a pro fight. There's
Yeah,
normally a pro fight or two on the card,
yeah,
but yeah, I don't know any other show that does what he does and goes to the kind of the ends of the earth that he
yeah.
literally does. Because you're fighting Namiki. Let me get it right. Kawahara, I
Yeah,
think I'm correct in saying. So where is he flying in from? He's A1 combat
yeah,
champion at the moment, deep champion,
yeah,
and he's also fought in one championship before. So,
yeah,
I mean, high caliber guy.
yeah.
What a great person to test yourself against.
Oh yeah, like unreal. And like I don't think people realise the amount of fight offers that Jack has sent out as well
Yeah,
from to like Bahrain, Pakistan, other people in America as well. Like for the last maybe like 3 shows that he's been sending these out. Like it's not like yeah he's trying to get anyone from sort of from everywhere. But yeah, so Namiki, I think it'll be California that it'll be flying out from,
okay.
depending on if he's trading at Alpha Male.
And I
It'll,
assume that's where Jack kind of found him from because he obviously knows Uriah well. Corey's there, so I'm guessing that was the link. And he doesn't just watch all of these shows.
yeah,
Like, maybe
yeah,
he does. Maybe he watches them all as well.
yeah, maybe that man seems to have extra hours in the day. I don't know the amount that he gets done. Yeah, so obviously we've got a mutual training partner in Corey, little snake. Um, so we're trying to get Namiki for a little while to fight,
Yeah.
and then sort of every time the fight offer gets sent, he seems to be taking fights in Japan or somewhere else.
Right.
But yeah, he sort of like spoke through Corey to him and was like, "Can we? Are we actually going to fight, or,
Yeah.
or what's sort of happening?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm ready." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then Jack's on it. Um, make
So
it happen.
Corey's not cornering him, is she?
No, he asked her, and she was just like, "Absolutely not." Uh,
Good. I'm pleased to hear it.
She's like, "Absolutely not. I'm refing." um, yeah, no. Obviously she's fighting the weekend after in
Yeah.
Vegas. So I don't. She won't be there obviously. But I think she wanted to be. I'm not sure who's coming over, but yeah, um,
Maybe Uriah will be in the house.
yeah, maybe that'd be wicked, right?
It's just so cool, though. I love that you're getting to test yourself against somebody like this, and for
Mm.
you, it just must be a dream come true.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like, want to fight the best guys possibly can. Like, like Namiki's was he like 8-6, so he's got all the experience in the world. Like you said, he trains at Team Alpha Male. He, he's fought on one championship. Current Uriah Faber's A1 champ, deep champ. Um, he's built like a Japanese superhero. He's probably got a big dick as well. I don't know. Like sweet, give him to me. Like, yeah, it's fantastic. Like, I honestly cannot wait to fight this guy.
No, it's going to be so cool. I think it's such a great matchup. But you just gave him a lot of props there. But let's talk about you, because you've been the Cage Warriors champ before. You've been trying to get that rematch with Helios for I don't know how long. He hasn't fought since you lost that close decision to him in Colchester. What's the deal with him? Because I know you did want to run that one back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, for sure. And I would just beat the absolute fuck out of him if we did.
I've got a feeling that might be why he's not coming over.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose only he knows that. But I know Jack has sent the offer 3 times, I think, on the 3 shows since October last time. So it was like October, December, and some others. So the offer has been sent, but I know he's moving up to 125.
Okay.
I mean, he still hasn't taken a fight since.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously that would be nice to get back. But I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah, if he's moving up, yeah, and he probably, if you're 1-0 against someone and it was a pretty close fight, you probably don't want to run it back. You're probably pretty happy to take that win going forward.
Yeah, and like I love me like a stat and that like the odds are in his favour, because if there is a rematch and the younger person wins the first one by decision, there's like something like an 80% chance that when they run it back, the younger person wins in a more devastating fashion. So it'd be a KO or a sub or within a shorter amount of time. And if the older person wins on the first one, there's like an 80% chance that the younger person will win in the second one. So really, like the odds are very much in his favour. So I don't know why he hasn't taken that.
Well, yeah, there's the stats for you, Helios, if you fancy changing your mind.
Yeah, there you go, please.
But he's vacating that belt, so you guys are fighting for the vacant strawweight title. That's I mean, it's really exciting to be fighting for the belt again, isn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like
that's your belt.
yeah, like, but yeah, 100%. I give it away a little bit, like give somebody else a taste. I felt like he deserved it. So you can hold that for a little bit, and I was like, okay, right, cool. Give it back. You've had your time now. That's fine. I'll take that back and where it belongs. But yeah, no, it's literally everything that I've always sort of wanted. Fight in Colchester, hometown. Like everyone and their nan will be there. Get your damn tickets if you haven't already. Against a guy from one of the best gyms in the world, who again like done everything almost. He's been there, done it. He looks good. He fights well. And you're gonna, it will be one hell of a fight. Where I will just, I don't know how to explain it other than just bash him up.
I reckon it should be like boxing as well, where you're fighting for his belts as well, where you just become the A1 combat champion if you win the fight. Like, and we just bring all of the belts out there.
You know what? We got 1, 2, 3. There's 4. There's 4 up on the mantelpiece there.
Got space?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll bring all 4 of them. He can have all 4 of them as well. If he brings his 2, 3, whatever he's got, we'll chuck them all in the middle, and then we'll just scrap for them.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. And how has camp been this time around? Because I don't know, like when I was in the gym, you and Lee Mitchell were sparring together all the time. I don't know how much Lee's in the gym now. He's obviously retired himself. Is it like who are your main training partners now?
we were just two tiny little fucks, just like just for hours, just going at it. Yeah, so a lot of the boys that are on the card this time. So there's Kuba, there's AJ, like like obviously he's a little bit bigger, but Drago's always there.
Yeah.
So basically, anyone from BKK that's fighting this time, that is the whole gym. I think the whole gym is fighting, and they're the boys that are in all the time. And also, there are loads of people that don't fight in like out of the gym who do the jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
or just turn up for the kickboxing and things like that, who are fantastic training partners as well. Like they're in every week just because they love it,
Yeah.
and that, like, obviously I'm very grateful for that as well. You know, because they do help a lot. You don't have to compete to help out in the gym, and like it is a team effort, or you know, it is a solo sport or whatever, but it isn't. You get 3 coaches in the corner. You know, you might have more coaches in the camp, and
Yeah.
then everyone else that shows up that is just in the, even if they don't touch you for the hour, they don't have anything to do with you, don't even say hello, just their energy in the gym does make a difference. So Sean says this all the time, and it is so true. Like it gets to the point where you don't want to be there. Like there are times where I would rather be anywhere else than
Yeah.
the gym. But then you get there, like, you know, there's some good energy, the music's on, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you've done half an hour, and you're like, oh fucking hell, that's all right. And then you've done an
Yeah.
hour, you've done an hour and a half, and you're like, that's a session in the books where I've got better, and I didn't want to do,
Yeah.
didn't want to be there, but I've done it, I'm better. You know, and I've done what I need to do. So all those boys as well, like they go sort of unsung. You know, their praises go unsung, but it does make a difference.
You mentioned some of the other guys that are fighting on the card. Like, this is what I love when there's loads of BKK fighters packed onto the card. And we've only had a few fights announced so far, so I'm sure there's plenty more to come. But
Yeah,
you mentioned Drago. Ben Edwards is defending his
yeah,
title, his 170-pound title. How good is this guy? He's honestly just like he's so kind of humble when he's on the microphone, and you just would never guess that he'd just destroyed someone in the cage. He's incredible, isn't he?
yeah. And then he's going to go save some cats from tall trees straight after and put out fires. Yeah, he's a living legend. It's ridiculous. What can't he do? He'll beat someone up and then he'll go put out fires. You know, everyone's sister bloody loves him. He's tall, he's handsome, he can fight, man, and he's just genuinely like the best guy.
And he's got to avenge a loss, really, because he's fighting a guy. I believe he's fighting a guy that Ethan Barry fought last
Yes,
time.
yeah, and that as well. Yeah,
And it was a frustrating night for Ethan. So,
yeah,
like, all all hopes are on Ben to kind of get that one back for BKK.
yeah. No, absolutely, and there's no doubt that he will as well. Yeah, that, like, yeah, the 4 fights or whatever that have been announced, like all of them, just get me absolutely pumped. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god. Yeah, Ben is fighting Jovan.
Najdarovic. Sorry, Jovan.
Yeah, I'm sure he's watching. We are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah. So that's great as well. Yeah,
And
and then
Mitchell Thorpe is also
bloody
been
hell,
announced. Like, so
yeah,
so to think he's only had 2 fights in MMA is crazy. Like, obviously
yeah,
he's an elite striker. Like, I've talked about this so much, and he's fought on Karate Combat, and he probably is going to
yeah.
again in the future. But for the meantime, we get to have him on Cage Warriors Academy,
See
and
him knock some punks out
oh
over
my
here.
god!
Yeah,
Well, the last guy somehow didn't get knocked out, which was,
yeah.
I mean, that guy's
I don't know.
durability was insane. But it
Yeah,
was
I don't
just
know.
such a great fight. For me, that was the fight of the night. I can't remember if it actually won fight of the night, but I thought he was insane.
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I don't know how he stayed up either.
I think it was his
something.
neck was like wider than his body, the guy that he was fighting. It was
Yeah, it must be.
crazy.
Like some of the shots that Mitchell throws as well. He'll throw like, spin one way, spin back the other way, and then like just touch you with a heel, and then he'll apologise to you after, and it's just like, fuck off. Don't apologise. It just booted me up with something I don't even know what happens. I'm there like, oh, what the fuck is happening? He's like, God, sorry. And he's like, yep, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks, mate.
his angles were insane in that fight. Just like one minute he was there, the next he was gone. I just like really looking forward to seeing more of him. And then Cuba as well. Like he wasn't on the last card. I always miss when you guys aren't on. I know you couldn't get a match up for the last card.
Yeah,
Like it's really sad for me when anybody's missing. So it's great to have him back on this card
yeah,
as well.
yeah. He's fighting Ramos, who I would imagine is from Spain or Italy, right?
Yeah, must be.
If he
Sounds
isn't, he
Mediterranean.
should be. He damn well should be. Um, yeah, that's Kuba will just be bringing that Polish energy for sure. Just I
Yeah,
can imagine head down, hands up, and swinging like a madman.
yeah.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
The determination of Cuba as well is like what always impresses me. Like whenever I speak to him, he's so serious about fighting as well. Like it means so much to him.
Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah. Um, yeah, to think he's been in the gym must be since he was like 16, maybe.
Yeah,
He came with David, who they're both very young, right? And
yeah,
then obviously like the transformation sort of thing from him. And to be fair, from everyone in the gym, like that's why it's very important. I feel like to have the matches, man. Like if you want to fight, to put in the effort and like have the matches and do everyone proud. Like I do feel like it is your duty to do that. And then like Craig Edwards was saying this the other day about being in the gym, like for the other boys, like he had the interview with you, which I think made everyone cry. I literally sat in the van at the end of the day, watched it, and there was just like tears coming down. People just walking past. I was looking at them, just like, don't fucking look at me. Just crying in there watching the interview. Just like,
oh my god, yeah, that he got me right in the feels.
but yeah, he was saying about he said that's his last match and that, and then he was in the gym on Wednesday for the sparring. And he said he didn't want to be there, but he's driving there. And was like, fuck, I could turn around and no one would know.
Yeah,
And and no one would bat an eyelid. But it's his duty to be in there and do that. And but the amount that the gym gives to people, and that I for sure wouldn't like myself if I didn't join a gym and I was somebody else. I don't think I'd like that person.
yeah,
Like the amount that it's given me, is transformed my life. And being able to do stuff like this. Well, I never thought that when I walked through the doors. Like I never thought this would be happening. And I imagine same with like Kuba and that, like very sort of shy guy and stuff. And now
yeah.
everyone's fighting on these shows and doing cool things that without the coaches and that is quite loud. Without all the coaches and the training partners and being in there like on the daily and
Yeah.
helping each other, it wouldn't be possible. So it's like an endless gratitude to all of them as well.
Yeah, I mean, Craig is such a team player. He always has been. Even when he had fights, he was always like back in the gym the next week for whoever else had fights coming up. And to be fair, the whole team's like that. I think it breeds that culture. If everybody's like that, then you're going to feel like shit if you have your fight and enjoy your moment and then just have 2 months off while everyone else is, looking for sparring partners.
Yeah, and also you get one of these looks from Jack. It's like no. This is disappointing.
Well, Jack makes it really hard to make excuses because he's got a full-time job. He's doing this, which also is a full-time job, like as the head coach of BKK, then he's also running Cage Warriors Academy Southeast and being a dad and a husband. So
Yeah,
it's hard, isn't it, to say I haven't really got time
yeah, yeah. It's
for
like, yeah.
him.
Well, yeah, I think just no, and like no one wants to let the boys down and that. Like, maybe we don't do as much social things like outside the gym as like a group. As like other places, but I think yeah, no one, like we are a solid team in the fact that nobody wants. I don't, no one wants to let the other boys down. Um,
Yeah,
I think we genuinely do care about each other. Um, in in the sessions, like everyone there does, respect each other and genuinely has a bond. Um,
yeah,
that like I feel awful, letting them down. Like that's 90% of the motivation to keep going. I'm like,
yeah. Well, and as soon as I speak to people after their fights as well, all of you guys thanking the coaches, thanking everyone else for your performance and giving props to everyone else.
yeah,
And also expecting great things of everybody else from the team who's on the card, or
yeah.
bigging up somebody else who's already
Oh,
fought that night. Like, it is the love between everyone is just what makes it such a special place for me. It will always be, that my my gym, even even though I haven't been there for a couple of years.
no, no, absolutely. Like, yeah, and like, yeah, I think if you're a decent person in that, and like, you, you have some sort of love for the sport and that, you're welcome. Like it's not it's a very open gym in that respect, isn't it? Like, if you want to come down and train and for the right reasons, then you're in.
Yeah,
Simple as that sort of thing. Like there's always an open door policy at BKK. Like, anyone's welcome for the sparring. Like they're very good with like people who come down and travel. Like, like if you're in for a week and like or whatever, like, very rarely they take any money off people. If you're
yeah,
there for a spar and to help us out, then absolutely no one pays. Like, it's just good to have other people down and that as well. So also
yeah,
a bit of an invite and that, like, for anyone that wants sparring, like smaller weights and that, like, send the gym a message and like, please get down. I mean, even if you fucking hate me and want to punch me in the head for a little bit, that's like literally your opportunity. Like in front of all my mates as well, which is double embarrassing for me. So like, yeah, you don't like me or hate me, then it's like that's a free opportunity to punch me in the face.
I love it though, how Jack does use those connections to help everyone at BKK, and obviously it benefits the other gyms as well. If you're always sparring with the same people, you're going to get used to how they do stuff, and you want as many fresh new bodies and new looks as possible. And I love it when I see the pictures posted when you've got different gyms down, or
Yeah,
like he used to bring people along for the Wednesday nights, like whole gyms, like the mats would be flooded, and he would actually, they would get the benefit of his coaching for the first hour, and then there was like an hour of sparring
oh
afterwards.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. The
really cool.
Warzone Wednesdays. Yeah, yeah. That was a cracking time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit! There's not many people that actually survive that. Like, there's very few that are still breathing to tell the tales of Warzone Wednesdays. That was fucking crazy. But yeah, there'd be a whole, yeah, like you're right, a whole other gyms. Recently, a lot of well, within like the last year, Team Underground have been up a lot
Yeah.
with Steve Cook. And that, like, we are a very accommodating gym for that, where it is like an hour of coaching, where like everyone does the session as well. There's no like backhanded things. Like, everyone does a session together. Like, if we can, everyone from our gym will try and grab someone from their gym to do an hour of training,
Yeah.
get a different feel and that, and then there's an hour of sparring or whatever. Again, but there's no underhanded tactics going on of like sitting people out to try and
No.
get them or anything like that. It's like we all just get in and spar. If anything, the spars are a little bit lighter because it's like, like a little bit of respect and like making sure everyone's on the right level and that. So like we're there for to help each other and improve. Like this,
Yeah.
name of the game. And
There
be
you
better.
go. Charlie issuing open invites to anyone who wants to come down to BKK. And
I don't even know if I have the authority to do that, but I'm doing it. I definitely don't. Send Jack a message and don't tell him I had anything to do with it.
I'm just so looking forward to this card. I'm looking forward to more announcements that will be coming up. So anyone who doesn't already follow K-Droys Academy on all social media, it's going to be a great night. It's on October 5th. Earlier on, you told people to buy tickets, Charlie. How can they buy them?
If you've got my number, text me. If you've got me on Instagram, send me a message on there. Facebook, wherever. Get hold of me somehow. I'll send you the link. Do it. Post about it. Tell your nan. Drago's there. She'll love it.
I can't wait. I'm really, 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 really looking forward to your fight in particular. I just think it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait for it. I can tell you're really excited for it as well.
Yeah. It's like that's like childhood dreams sort of come true. It's like something I never thought would happen. It's here. Can't wait. As a selling point for the ticket, I'm literally willing to die to get a win over this man. I don't care about Sunday. Saturday night is sort of like that's end game for me. Like I'll do everything I possibly can to beat him.
Well, I really hope it doesn't come to that. I definitely want to see Sunday for you.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we're not fussed. For the price of a ticket, I will sacrifice my face for your entertainment. So buy that motherfucker.
Oh, so it's in Colchester, in Charter Hall, Saturday, October 5th. All of the details on social media. Get in touch with Charlie to buy your tickets through him so he gets the commission. If he's going to get punched in the face, make him some dough while he's doing it. And honestly, Charlie, I'm just buzzing for this one. It's going to be great.
It'll be a great night. Yeah, October the 5th. There'll be 45,000 fights. Money is you'll get your money's worth on that for sure. There's a bar, there's pizza, there's fights. There'll be plenty of hot women there. What more do you want? I don't know. Jack can't do any more for you. But, he's trying his best.
It's amazing. Thanks so much for talking to me, Charlie. Thank you, and stay healthy, stay fit, and I can't wait to see the best version of Charlie Falco on October 5th.
Hell yeah. Kate Hunter, we love you.
Thank you so much, Charlie.